Sword Art Online Fractured Daydream Season 2 has been revealed with new bosses, new stories, player rank increase, item rank up feature, all alongside the campaigns and additional new content coming with the January battle trial, among others. And there is a demo available now for those who want to try it out. Welcome everyone, it's me Gamerturk, and let's jump right in. Alright, first things first, this kinda flew under the radar, but a demo version of the game is out alongside a 20% discount. The demo appears to be the open beta version, so Kirito, Asuna, Egil, Argo, Shinon, Oberon, Lifa, Len, and Fukajiro are playable, likely also featuring the same content caps as the open beta, so Eelfang and probably the Skull Reaper boss fight, but that's not explicitly written in text on the Steam page for the demo. If you do try it out, do let me know the extent of it. You can carry over your demo save file into the full game as well. With that out of the way, Season 1 of the game is officially coming to an end on January 8, and January 9 will kick off Season 2 with a mid-sized update to Sword Art Online Fractured Daydream, free for all players. For starters, new content is being added. One brand new boss and one enhanced boss is being added to the game. At least I'm assuming it's an enhanced boss based on the naming scheme, not including the new extreme boss of the season. We'll get to that in a second. Chaos Drake Origin and the Fatal Scythe are those two bosses, and surprisingly they are being added into free roam. An interesting choice there, and I'm eager to see how that one works out. A lot of players were asking for improvements to free roam feature, but nobody was really sure what they actually wanted from the game mode, so let's see how this addition of full-on bosses into the map will be received. While we're on the topic of bosses, let's cover that new extreme boss for Season 2. Remember, the current extreme boss, the Skull Reaper Tempest, will be leaving rotation as far as we know, so you have about 2 weeks to challenge it if you have not gotten your Dark Skull headgear yet. Nothing was said whether it will be inserted into the boss playlists later down the line. We have no information. But when Season 2 arrives, or rather in the third week of Season 2, our new extreme boss will show itself. SBC Trommel will be our next EX raid as SBC Trommel 2, which literally translates to Space Battle Cruiser Drum the Second. Very creative naming there. It will be weak to fire element and its attacks will be wind element, so start sorting out your build. It will be resisting every other element, same as Skull Reaper right now. If you are having a hard time with survivability, you can focus on a non-elemental weapon as well, which will give you additional resistance while also not putting you at a massive handicap, as non-element is not resisted by the boss. You just won't do weakness damage, that's it. The rank requirement will be player rank 115 to enter it, so it is getting harder for newcomers to reach the level of challenge. And if you're a veteran, you heard it correct, 115 above the current cap. In Season 2, player rank cap is being increased to 130. A double-edged sword here, but this is not an opinion video. I'm just gonna stick to the news in this one. However, there is some good stuff here. With the start of Season 2, we will have a special Start Dash campaign that will last until the end of January, that will double the player XP received until reaching rank 50. This at least shows they are aware of one problematic side of this double-edged sword, and they want to mitigate the negative effects of the increased grind on the newcomers at the very least. The item rank up feature is also arriving, where the game will allow you to, well, up the rank of your equipment using special materials. This is great for those of us who keep getting the perfect EX weapons dropping at rank 99, thus being unusable. Now you can upgrade those over to the max rank instead using this new feature. What's not mentioned is if we're getting a rank cap up on equipment as well, which I imagine we will. They feel like they are kinda sorta linked with the player rank cap in their nature, but it also means a lot of weapons are going to be scrapped, because I personally expect ranking up a weapon from rank 100 to 130 will be a pain. We'll see about that. It seems like it may just be easier to grind new weapons. We're also getting tier 4 content, which I honestly hope is basically my suggestion from a while back, a full-on playlist feature featuring all content in one single playlist. On that note, I hope other parts of my suggestion were considered as well. The adjustments to aid requests were great, but I still think we should not increase the number of playlists that we already have in the game. We'll see how the implementation ends up being. I am looking forward to it. And last but not least, we have the general event schedule for January. Sadly, they have yet to say anything about the Pitoi and M DLC, which I expected the final episode of HGO Season 2 to be the perfect opportunity to say something, just riding that hype wave. But yeah, as I mentioned earlier, the Start Dash campaign will grant players double player rank XP until they hit rank 50 up until the end of January. We'll also have a 50% character boost from January 9 to 16, so the first week of the season, then a 50% player rank boost from January 16 to 23, which I believe does not stack with the double XP on Start Dash, and on reset of 23rd, SBC Trommel 2 will arrive as the EX raid boss as covered earlier. We also had a mini preview of the first trial pass of Season 2 as well, featuring the White Worm coat, not the Knights of Blood version. This one has black accent colors, not red. You may accidentally gloss over it because it kind of blends in with the White Worm cloak, but we also have these mechanical wings. They are not part of the coat, they are the accessory reward from the pass. And we also have two illustrations that are the chibi drawings from AGGO Volume 4. One is from the inner cover of the book and the other is the back cover illustration. It remains unknown whether we'll have other vanity items in the past, such as an emote, a pose, or a background illustration for the player card or not, and we don't know the count for the SAO tickets just yet either. That should cover everything we know so far about Season 2. Thank you very much for watching. Consider clicking the video recommendation on the top left. That's what YouTube thinks you will really enjoy and it helps the channel. And of course, as always, stay cool.